Most people think fixing joint pain is about avoiding a long bad foods list. After 60, the real story is simpler and more hopeful. Building the right dinner plate consistently calms inflammation, steadies blood sugar, and supports cartilage and muscle so you move with more confidence. It is not about exotic ingredients or strict rules. It is about smart pairings of protein, healthy fats, colorful plants, and fiber that your body can actually use. This matters because your evening meal can shape how stiff you feel getting out of bed, how steady your knees feel on stairs, and whether a short walk after dinner leaves you looser or archier. The right plates help your microbiome make anti-inflammatory compounds, smooth out glucose swings that irritate joints, and give your tissues the raw materials to repair overnight. That is independence on a plate. In this video, you will get 7 senior-friendly dinner ideas you can rotate all week. No chef skills required. You will learn the plain language why behind each plate, the exact amounts, easy seasoning, budget swaps, and when to loop in your clinician. Stay to the end for a 20-second self-check you can do tonight, and the most overlooked fix that quietly helps joints week after week. No scare tactics, just what large studies tend to support, where evidence is mixed, and how to use food to feel steadier and safer. Before we dig in, welcome to this community focused on aging with strength and calm. If clear, practical health guidance helps you, consider subscribing and tell me in the comments which joint slows you down most right now: knees, hips, or hands. Your notes help me tailor the next episodes to you. Let us count down from 7 to 1, with number 1 being the most overlooked. 7. Lemon dill salmon tray bake with roasted carrots, broccoli, and a warm barley scoop. Salmon brings omega-3 fats, EPA and DHA, that your body turns into resolvins. Think of them as little firefighters that help switch off inflammation once the job is done. Roasting broccoli and carrots adds vitamin C and carotenoids that support cartilage, while a half cup of cooked barley adds beta-glucan fiber to feed gut bacteria that produce soothing short-chain fatty acids. Make it simple. Place a 4 to 6 ounce, 120 to 170 grams, salmon fillet on a sheet pan. Surround with 1 cup broccoli florets and 1 cup carrot coins. Drizzle with 1 to 2 teaspoons olive oil. Sprinkle 1 teaspoon dried dill, a small pinch of garlic powder, and juice from half a lemon. Roast at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Vegetables for 20 to 25 minutes. Salmon for 10 to 12 minutes until it flakes. Add 1/2 cup cooked barley, or, if you prefer gluten-free, 1/2 cup cooked buckwheat. Kasha, budget-friendly and familiar in many Eastern European kitchens. Why it works day to day: steadier post-meal glucose from the fiber and protein means fewer spikes that aggravate inflammation. The olive oil and lemon help with absorption of fat-soluble nutrients. If canned fish fits your budget better, use canned salmon. Drain and flake it over the roasted vegetables, and finish with the same lemon dill drizzle. Safety note: if you are managing gout, choose salmon or trout over sardines or anchovies more often. Red flag: new facial or tongue swelling after fish could be allergy. Seek care. 6. Turmeric ginger chicken or tofu with brown rice and sautéed spinach. Curcumin in turmeric and gingerols in ginger gently downshift COX and NF-kappa B pathways. Those are the body's loudspeakers for inflammation. Black pepper increases curcumin absorption, and a little oil helps too. Leafy greens bring magnesium and folate that calm muscles and support repair. Brown rice adds steady energy and more fiber than white rice. Do it this way. Toss 120 to 150 grams skinless chicken thigh strips, or firm tofu, with 1/2 teaspoon turmeric, 1/2 teaspoon grated fresh ginger, or 1/4 teaspoon dried ginger. a pinch of black pepper, 1 teaspoon olive oil, and a squeeze of lemon. Pan-sear 3 to 4 minutes per side until cooked. Serve over 1/2 to 1 cup cooked brown rice. Sauté 1 to 2 cups spinach in the same pan with a splash of water and 1 minced garlic clove. 30 seconds is enough. Then finish with another lemon squeeze. Make it relatable. This is the plate that keeps you feeling comfortable on the couch after dinner instead of shifting around because your knees ache. It is gentle on the stomach if you keep seasonings mild. Budget swap. Frozen spinach and pre-cooked brown rice save time and cost. Safety note: turmeric and ginger can interact with blood thinners and some anti-platelet medicines. Moderate portions. About 1/2 teaspoon turmeric and 1 to 1 teaspoon fresh grated ginger per meal are usually fine, but check with your clinician if you take warfarin, clopidogrel, or similar drugs. Transition from warming spices to the sea. Let us build a 5-minute pantry bowl that fights inflammation without turning on the oven. 5. Mediterranean sardine and white bean bowl with tomatoes, cucumbers, and olives. This is a no-cook plate when you are tired, and it still covers your bases. Sardines pack omega-3s and vitamin D. White beans offer 7 to 9 grams of fiber per half cup. Tomatoes, cucumbers, and olives bring polyphenol that act like shield polish for your cells. The combination feeds gut microbes that make butyrate, which helps the immune system cool it. Open a can of sardines in water or olive oil. Rinse if salted heavily. In a bowl, combine 1/2 to 1 cup white beans, rinsed, 1 chopped tomato, 1/2 chopped cucumber, 6 to 8 olives, and a handful of arugula. Add the sardines on top. Dress with 1 teaspoon olive oil, 1 teaspoon red wine vinegar or lemon juice, a small pinch of salt, and lots of black pepper and dried oregano. If sardines are not your thing, canned salmon or mackerel work too. For a plant plate, swap in 1/2 cup chickpeas and add 1 tablespoon ground flaxseed for omega-3 ALA. Why it works: beans slow glucose absorption, limiting the glycation sparks that can bother joint tissues. Omega-3s help dial back inflammatory signals. Safety: if you have gout flares, keep higher purine fish like sardines to once a week and choose salmon or trout other nights. Watch sodium. Rinse canned beans and choose fish packed in water when possible. Red flag: if you notice swollen ankles and unexpected shortness of breath after very salty meals, talk to your clinician about sodium limits and fluid status. Quick myth bust while we are here. Many people are told to cut out all nightshades, like tomatoes and peppers, for joint pain. Large studies do not show a consistent link. Some individuals do notice sensitivity, but it is not universal. If tomatoes bother you, scale back. If not, you can comfortably keep them as part of a colorful, anti-inflammatory plate. For lentil mushroom meatballs with garlicky tomato sauce over zucchini ribbons or whole grain pasta. Lentils deliver protein, iron, and about 8 grams of fiber per half cup cooked. Mushrooms add beta-glucans that support immune balance. A simple tomato garlic sauce brings lycopene, an antioxidant that becomes more available when cooked. Served over zucchini ribbons or 3/4 cup whole grain pasta, you get volume with fewer spikes. Make a quick mix. Pulse 1 cup cooked lentils, 1/2 cup finely chopped mushrooms, 1/4 cup oats or breadcrumbs, 1 egg or a flax egg, with 1 tablespoon ground flax plus 3 tablespoons water, 1/2 teaspoon Italian herbs, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Form 8 to 10 small balls and bake at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes. Warm 1 cup tomato sauce with 1 minced garlic clove in a pan. Toss the balls in the sauce and spoon over zucchini ribbons. Use a peeler, quickly sautéed for 1 to 2 minutes, or serve over pasta if you prefer more energy after an active day. Why it matters on a Tuesday night. This plate satisfies without heaviness, so your hands and knees feel less puffy as you settle in with a book. Budget swaps. Use canned lentils and jarred sauce with no added sugar. Choose frozen mushrooms. Safety note. If you take warfarin, tomato and mushrooms are not an issue. But if you pair with a big spinach salad, keep your leafy greens intake consistent day to day so your dosing stays steady. Transition. Now let us put berries on the dinner table, not just for dessert, to deliver anthocyanins that joints appreciate. 3. Berry and greens dinner salad with walnuts and grilled turkey or tempeh. Berries bring anthocyanins that help tame oxidative stress. Walnuts supply ELA, a plant omega-3. Greens offer folate, vitamin K, and magnesium. A solid protein, lean turkey or tempeh, keeps blood sugar steady so you do not get the late-night snack urge that can fan inflammation. Build it generously. In a large bowl, combine 2 cups baby spinach or mixed greens, 1/2 to 1 cup mixed berries, fresh or frozen thawed and well-drained, 1/4 cup walnuts, 1/4 small red onion sliced thin, and 1/2 cup chopped cucumber. Top with 100 to 120 grams grilled turkey breast strips or 100 grams tempeh sautéed until golden. Dress with 1 teaspoon olive oil and 2 teaspoons balsamic vinegar or lemon juice, plus a pinch of salt and pepper. If raw onion bothers your reflux at night, skip it or rinse slices under cold water first. Why it helps. Polyphenol and omega-3 ALA support your body's cleanup crew, while fiber feeds your microbiome, so it makes anti-inflammatory compounds like butyrate and propionate. This is the plate that lets your hands make a softer fist in the morning. Budget swaps. Use frozen berries. Toast sunflower seeds if walnuts are pricey. Safety note. If you are on blood thinners, consistent intake of leafy greens matters more than avoidance. Aim for similar amounts daily and let your clinician know your typical pattern. If you have chronic kidney disease, ask your clinician about portions of greens and potassium. Gentle reminder mid-video. If this is helpful, tap subscribe so you do not miss the next step we build on this week. 2. Olive oil poached trout with herbed quinoa, steamed asparagus, and a flax sprinkle. Poaching fish gently keeps omega-3s intact. Extra virgin olive oil adds hydroxytyrosol and other polyphenol that act like rust guards for your cells. Quinoa adds complete protein plus fiber. Asparagus brings vitamin K and folate. Ground flaxseed adds lignans and ALA to round out the anti-inflammatory profile. Here is the easy version. Warm 1/4 cup olive oil in a small pan over very low heat with a strip of lemon peel and a sprig of dill. Slip in a 120 to 150 gram trout fillet and poach gently for 8 to 10 minutes until just opaque. Cook 1/2 cup dry quinoa. Yields about 1 1/2 cups cooked, with a pinch of salt and 1/2 teaspoon dried herbs. Steam 8 to 10 asparagus spears until bright green and tender. Plate the fish over 3/4 cup quinoa. Add the asparagus and finish with 1 tablespoon ground flaxseed and the scented oil drizzled lightly on top, about 1 teaspoon per serving. Everyday payoff. You get a calm, satisfying dinner that does not overload your stomach, so you sleep better and wake up less stiff. Budget swap. Canned trout or salmon warmed gently works. Use green beans if asparagus is out of season. Safety. If you are watching calories, you can cut the cooking oil in half and still get the benefits. If you have gallbladder issues, keep fat portions moderate and pair with bitter greens, arugula, to support bile flow. Before we get to number 1, the most overlooked plate, here is a quick, 3-step action mini plan to make these dinners actually happen this week. Pick 2 fish nights. Aim for 4 to 6 ounces, 120 to 170 grams, salmon, trout, herring, or mackerel twice this week. Add a daily spice boost. Work in about 1/2 teaspoon turmeric with a pinch of black pepper or 1 teaspoon grated fresh ginger at dinner. Hit a fiber add-on. Add either 1/2 cup beans or lentils or 1 tablespoon ground flax or chia to the plate, keeping sodium under about 500 milligrams per dinner by rinsing canned foods and tasting before salting. If you track numbers, these meals are most likely to improve next month labs like triglycerides and high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, and day-to-day measures like a lower morning stiffness minutes count and a faster 30-second chair stand score. If you use a glucose meter, look for a gentle rise and a smooth return to baseline within 2 to 3 hours. 1. Savory evening oats or buckwheat. Bowl with rotisserie chicken, peas, turmeric, and chia. This is the most overlooked fix because most people think of oats only at breakfast. But a warm, savory bowl at dinner gives you soluble fiber, beta-glucan, that helps lower inflammatory markers over time, steady evening blood sugar, and feed gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, your body's natural joint soothers. Buckwheat groats do a similar job, with the added perk of rutin, a bioflavonoid that supports healthy blood vessels around joints. Make it in one pot. Simmer 1/2 cup steel-cut oats or 1/2 cup buckwheat groats in low-sodium broth until tender, about 20 to 25 minutes for oats, 12 to 15 minutes for buckwheat. Stir in 1/2 teaspoon turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and 1 cup frozen peas. Add 100 to 120 grams shredded rotisserie chicken or 1/2 cup cooked lentils for a plant version. Finish with 1 teaspoon olive oil and 1 tablespoon chia seeds for extra fiber and a gentle thickening. Taste before salting. Broth usually adds enough flavor. Why your joints notice. Soluble fiber keeps glucose gentle and gives your microbiome the wood it needs to keep a steady, calm fire overnight. Protein supports cartilage turnover and muscle maintenance, so stairs feel safer tomorrow. It is soft, budget-friendly, and reflux-kind when you keep seasoning mild. Ideal if late-day heartburn has you nervous about dinner. Safety. If you have celiac disease, choose certified gluten-free oats or stick with buckwheat. If you take blood thinners, there is no vitamin K concern here. Red flag. If you often wake at night to low-sugar symptoms, discuss evening carbohydrates with your clinician for a tailored plan. Let us reinforce a couple of practical points that quietly drive results. First, sodium. High-salt dinners pull fluid into the bloodstream, then into tissues. Your rings feel tighter, knees puffy, and you wake stiff. Rinsing canned beans, choosing fish and water, tasting before salting, and flavoring with lemon, herbs, and vinegar can easily keep dinner under 500 milligrams sodium without feeling deprived. Second, oils. You do not need a lot, but a teaspoon or 2 of extra virgin olive oil helps absorb fat-soluble nutrients and carries anti-inflammatory polyphenol of its own. Third, timing. Finish eating 2 to 3 hours before bed to reduce reflux and let your body start repair mode, not digestion mode. If you are worried about specific foods, say tomatoes or peppers, use an evidence-first, personal approach. Keep a simple notebook for 2 weeks. Note your dinner, your morning stiffness minutes, and whether rings feel tighter or looser. If a pattern emerges, adjust. No food list is universal, and your body's feedback beats online rules every time. Let us stitch these plates into your week so you do not have to think too hard. On Sunday, roast a tray of carrots and broccoli and cook a pot of barley or buckwheat. That gives you a head start for the salmon tray bake and the savory bowl. Keep a can or 2 of sardines or salmon, beans, and jarred tomato sauce in the pantry for the fast nights. Freeze individual packs of cooked quinoa or brown rice. Pre-wash greens and portion them into containers with walnuts ready to go. When you open the fridge at 6 o'clock in the evening, the path of least resistance is now the anti-inflammatory path. Here are quick safety rails so you can relax. If you are on warfarin, keep leafy greens consistent day to day rather than cutting them out. If you are taking antiplatelets or blood thinners, keep turmeric and ginger modest and regular. Large supplemental doses are not needed to get benefit. If you have gout, favor salmon and trout over sardines and anchovies most nights. If you have chronic kidney disease or are on potassium-affecting medicines, talk with your clinician about portions of greens and beans. And if you have a fish or shellfish allergy, stick with the plant-forward versions and lean poultry. Now, as promised, your 20-second self-check for tonight. Sit comfortably and place the back of your fingers lightly over your left kneecap for 3 seconds, then over your right kneecap. Notice any clear warmth difference or puffiness. Next, make a gentle, soft fist with each hand. Do not force it. If one joint is distinctly warmer or your morning fist is stiff and improves by midday, you are looking at inflammation rather than just wear and tear. Use your dinner notebook to record what you ate and how the check felt. If a joint is hot, very swollen, or you have fever, call your clinician. You do not need perfection tomorrow to feel a difference next week. You need repetition. 2 fish nights, a daily spice pinch, a fiber add-on, steady greens, and controlled sodium are small moves that add up to less morning stiffness, easier stairs, and more confidence on errands. That is what we are after, your independence and peace of mind. I will link plain language sources and a printable version of these 7 plates in the description so you can put them on your fridge. Before we wrap up, here is one more nudge that makes this stick. Keep an always in stock list on your phone. Frozen salmon or trout, lentils, canned beans, frozen berries, spinach, quinoa or buckwheat, olive oil, turmeric, ginger, garlic, lemons, and walnuts. When these live in your kitchen, the 7 plates almost build themselves. If you try only one plate first, make it the savory evening oats or buckwheat bowl. It is gentle, affordable, and very versatile. Swap peas for spinach, chicken for lentils, oregano for dill, and it quietly lowers inflammation markers over time while helping you sleep without reflux. It is the most overlooked fix for happier joints because it does not look flashy, but it gets the job done. Tell me in the comments which dinner you will try this week and what joint you want to calm most. If this helped you plan a Kinder dinner routine, like the video, share it with a friend who is also chasing steadier knees, and subscribe so you do not miss the next episode on simple, senior-friendly breakfasts that reduce morning stiffness. Until then, take good care of yourself, one calm plate at a time.